Happy New Year, everyone. I just thought I would do a live stream and just wish everyone a happy New Year. Hopefully, please God, this is going to be a good year for all of us because I think it's safe to say everyone's been to hell and back with this difficult year. But yeah, let's wish for a new start, a new year, and hopefully I can get a couple of questions answered today and give some encouragement, motivation. Motivation and encouragement goes a hell of a long way during any difficult time. At the end of the day, everyone's human. You can't do everything on your own. You need some encouragement and some support. So I've just ordered myself some nice Caribbean food, and it's saying it's going to be here. Um, it's saying it's going to be here at about 7:30, but it might not come exactly on time. So in between then, we can hopefully do a live stream, get some questions going. If everyone is still if everyone's still up, and see how everyone's doing. I promise I'm going to start doing these live streams more regularly. I really am. I'm going to get some good. I've got a lot of good knowledge and life experience that can really help people. So I'm going to start sharing that throughout the live streams and the YouTube videos. And I don't want to talk too much about what my plans are for 2021 because it's very unpredictable. I prefer to keep things to myself and just take action and just do it and see what happens. But I can promise I will be as social as I can so I can connect with you guys and girls because I really do enjoy doing these streams and making the videos. It's always been a lot of fun. It's challenging like anything in life, but it's very rewarding and it's something that comes quite naturally to me and I enjoy doing it. So let's keep doing it. Let's see if this comment section's working. So happy New Year, everyone. Let us know what you've been up to, how you're doing today, if this chat's working. Let me just make sure this chat's all right. This is just a quick live stream to wish everyone a happy New Year because I've got some food that I've ordered from the Uber. So until it comes, I can talk to you guys and hang out and spend some time. So let us know in the chat if you guys are doing good. Hopefully the chat's working. I can't see any questions at the moment. Here we go. Great. Hey Johnny, happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Romeo. So yeah, what has everyone been up to? How did you guys celebrate your New Year? You know what? I've got to get used to doing these streams again. I'm not nervous or anything. I'm a little bit rusty from where I haven't been doing them as regularly. You know, all this time in isolation makes you very introverted. It makes you very inward. Even though I have, I have seen my family and friends throughout this lockdown, but there's been periods where we couldn't. So I've been on my own a lot, doing a lot of thinking, and just been in my own world. So I've just got to get used to. It's not really a confidence thing. It's more just rust. It's just like if you haven't been in the gym for a while, you don't forget how to lift weights and work out, but you're a little bit rusty. So it takes a couple of sessions just to get sharp again. And I find the more you speak, the better you get it, and the more I do these live streams. So yeah. But yeah, I spent good time with my family instead of staying by myself. That's really good, man. I'm really pleased that you did that. That's really good. If anyone can do that, I always enjoy time with my family. What's up, Andy? Good to see you, mate. As I said, I want to get these streams running quite regularly again, because it's been a crazy year for everyone. But look, let's move on, right? We don't want to get any more depressed than we have to be. But it has been a difficult year. I think it's safe to say for everyone. But it's been interesting as well, you know. There has been positives. There has been a lot of time to feel grateful for what you've got, your family, and just everyday things that we take for granted. I've certainly been thinking about times in my life when things were going so well, we wasn't in a lockdown. So there has been positives. There's always positives to draw on, right? So I thought today's main theme would be about facing your fears and taking action again, because, you know, the more experience I get in life, the more I understand that, you know, there's always fears to face, with life. You face a set of fears, you overcome them, you get into a good place, but then challenges come again, and then you get scared again, and then you've got to push yourself to face things again. You've got to keep on living and moving forward. So that's always going to entail having to face frightening emotions if you want to live a better life. Even if you didn't want to be mega successful, just to live everyday life on life's terms, you still got to get out of bed. You still got to eat. You still got to clean. You still got to go out to the shops or the convenience store. You got to interact with your family, and that all entails, a level of confidence, a level of motivation. Great to see you, Bobby. Really good to see everyone, and yeah, I'm just really grateful to be on the live streams. I'm really looking forward to doing them. I'm really happy to hear that, man. You're one of the few people that I've heard say that, so there's nothing that makes me happy more than hearing that you've had a good year. And don't feel bad about saying that as well for people, because most people are good people. No one wishes bad on others, right? I know there's people in the world that do, but us on this, people that follow my work tend to be really good people, right? So it's good if you've had a good year as well. And I mean, there's been periods where I've had some, like I said, it hasn't all been in black and white. I've had a lot of happy times as well, and there's been a lot of, there's just been a lot of productive new things that I've learned and experienced. But it has been tough as well. So if you've managed to have a good year despite what's been going on around the world, then great news for you. Let me just yeah, if you want to give this a like and a share. As I said, I'm not really counting this as like my usual live stream, because I'm just getting into the swing of doing it again. And the next live streams, I'm going to make them more professional. Or maybe I don't need to, really. Maybe it's just a case of coming on here, interacting and just talking with people. And if I can give people any advice on things in their life that they might be struggling with, that I may be able to help them, then I'm going to do that, right? So there's always a good point to this. I always feel like a conversation a day keeps the social anxiety away. I'm coming up with some new sayings, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I hope all of your families are good and well and safe. And yeah, just kind of curious to see what's going to happen um, for this year. But it's kind of nice to be in to the 1st of January, to come out of the 2020, because it just felt like it was a death wish. It just felt like a real curse, a real damper on things. But what have you guys and girls been doing to keep yourself going with all this time on our hands? I've just been watching the new season of Cobra Kai on Netflix, which I really love. It's really cheesy, but I can't help watching it. It's really nostalgic. If you like the Karate Kid from the '80s, Happy New Year to you, Daily Dills. No, I don't do the infield videos anymore. Kind of grown out of that in the last couple of years, grown up a lot. So I appreciate those videos. Kind of got me known, and they helped a lot of people. But like anything, most things in life, you kind of grow out of them. You move on, you learn. And I'm kind of doing different videos now, more videos of me speaking, giving, sharing experience. But yeah, I plan on growing this channel more and doing a lot more videos and stuff. And I know the videos are going to be videos that people are really going to like, because I read the questions a lot. I do spend a lot of time reading people's questions and really kind of getting to know all of you, and what you like, what you don't like, what your struggles are. My main message is pretty simple. It's about facing your fears on a practical level. Hasn't really changed. It's still the same. It's still very relevant. It's going to be relevant for a long time to come. People have fears. We all have fears, and we all struggle at times to face them. We need help. We need support. We need guidance. We need different ways of approaching fears, so we can overcome them, build more confidence and success in our life, and move forward. So I've got a lot of experience in that department. I faced a lot of fears in my life. I've been through a lot. I've succeeded a lot. I failed a lot. I've been frightened many times in my life. I've been very overwhelmed by my fears, but I've also been very brave, courageous. So I can really relate to everyone, and I know what it's like. I know the mindset when you're frightened of things and you don't want to face them. You feel like you have the confidence, but I also know the mindset of how to get out of that and get yourself to face things and gain that confidence. I've been in both places. Yeah, I'm just waiting on some food, Caribbean food. I wish YouTube would do what Instagram are doing. Instagram have got an option where when you're doing a live stream, right, you can invite the fans on and they can come on a video and talk to me live. But I don't think you can do that on YouTube at the moment. I'm surprised YouTube haven't got that because they're usually, a few steps ahead of the other platforms. It makes sense because this is all good and well, but it can be a bit it can I don't know if lonely is the right word, but I'm just doing all the talking. Yeah, you're commenting, which I really appreciate, and I can read the comments and interact with you. But it's a lot better if I can speak to you, for real on the camera. Well, actually, the best way would be in person, but we're not really able to do that right now. So I hope YouTube upgrade that service because then I can get Andy, Romeo, Daily Dills, Bobby Boldy. I can get you to come on for a couple of minutes or so, and I can talk to you. You can talk to me through the video chat if that makes sense. So Instagram are doing that, which is a great little. I think it's great because the only thing with this is it's a bit out of sync. It's not like being in person. Where I'm speaking right now, sometimes I don't know if I'm going off topic with certain things because your reaction to what I'm saying is very slow. I'm speaking at a certain pace. It takes people a lot of time to type and write. Does that make sense? So it's a bit out of sync, the connection. Whereas if I'm in person with someone, obviously I've got good social skills, so I can talk, listen. You can talk back. We're in person with each other. That there's human emotions that you can, there's empathy more. Where like this, it's a little bit cold, but we try and do the best we can. So I think this whole live stream is like the start of obviously a new technological advance that will get better eventually. Like most of the things online, and Instagram seems to have gone in that direction where you can do the same live stream that I'm doing now, but you can bring people on a video chat. I don't know if you guys have seen it. A lot of people are doing it now, where a teacher or a public figure will be speaking to their fans, and then they bring their fans on to have a conversation. And I really wish YouTube would do that because I would enjoy that to talk to you. It's kind of confusing explaining this. Not in person. Well, at some point, hopefully we can. But you can come on video and talk with me, and it's a lot quicker. Where when you're typing and you're not able to speak to me on the video call, it's not the same. It just isn't. The whole vibe isn't the same. But I suppose it's better than nothing. Did any of you have a drink last night? I didn't bother having a drink. I was going to. I'm not a heavy drinker, to be honest. Yeah, it would be great if YouTube allowed that. That's what I'm saying. Because what people are doing now is that have got channels or public figures or teachers or whatever you call it. They're doing live streams on Instagram. They're bringing on fans or friends and talking, and then they're uploading the video to YouTube. If that makes sense. So I first saw it on YouTube. And I was like, I could do that with my guys. Give us a like, guys, if you're on the stream. Only 3 likes, 9 people. But yeah, if anything, this is like well, good for you. Listen, my whole thing about drink is I don't judge people if they want to drink alcohol or not. Personally, I've always been someone that's very aware of drugs and alcohol. I've never wanted to abuse those things. So I personally, I don't do drugs, and I don't drink very heavy. There's periods in my life where I would drink if I was, going out, when I was going out dating a lot and stuff, or with friends. But I'm not someone who needs alcohol to rely on it. But if I feel like it, then I'll grab a beer or I'll grab a Jack Daniels and Coke and I'll enjoy it. I won't feel bad. So I don't judge people. At the end of the day, it's people's choice, right? Um, if they drink or not. It's always a bit of a controversial one. Have you noticed that? Whenever you bring up alcohol, I've noticed, I do it. We all kind of do it. People get a little bit defensive. They don't want people to judge them. We all do it, right? And that's probably the society that we live in that has a lot of stigmas and there's sort of a lot of contradicting things that you get judged for. But it's kind of one of those things where people go, "Oh, I drink. I don't drink much." Um, but yeah, I think like everything, some alcohol in moderation is fine. Unless you've got a problem with alcohol, then obviously you shouldn't drink if it affects your life. But at the end of the day, I'm just a man. I'm not God. I'm not a perfect person. So I'm not. It's not my business to tell people whether they should drink or not. I was just curious how everyone was celebrating, whether you did it over a drink or not. I had two drinks over Christmas, and that was it for me, and I enjoyed it. A bit of Daniels and Coke. So yeah, and right now I'm drinking Sprite or Seven Up, sorry, with no alcohol in it. Have any of you seen the Cobra Kai series? I'm a big fan. Quite a lot of my other people that follow me on YouTube and Facebook are a big fan of it. So I'm just finishing off the new season 3. I don't think this food's going to come on time. I'm glad I've done this live stream, because it's looking the time that they say it's going to come. It doesn't always come on the time. It's an expected time. So fair enough. I'm patient. Augustus, Happy New Year. I drank alcohol a lot when I was in my 20s. I didn't drink very much now. I'm not an alcoholic or anything. I just lost interest. Totally respect that, man. Good for you. Like I said earlier, I'm very easygoing. I'm not someone who would point fingers at someone for drinking or not. Me personally, I've always been mindful of the dangers of over drinking because of the environment that I grew up in. But at the same time, um, what kind of drinker would I say I am? I mean, I wouldn't even say I'm a moderate drinker. I drink. I couldn't even. I don't even drink once a week. Um, it's very, very rare. But yeah. No, no, no. Please, man, don't apologize for doing that, Bobby. Never do that, right? We can go off topic, man. I'm easy going. You don't have to talk. We don't just have to talk about social anxiety or fear or dating. I am a person. I have got other interests. I love boxing, so I can't wait for the fight tomorrow. Ryan the King Garcia, who's got probably 7 or 8 million followers on social media. Not that I'm really interested in that, but going to be a great fight against Luke Campbell. My thoughts are, what did you say? What my thoughts are? If I'm being really honest, I think Ryan Garcia is going to win. I want Luke Campbell to win because he's a Brit, but I've got a feeling that this kid is very powerful. It's a tough one though. It's hard. That's why we're going to watch it. So yeah, Happy New Year to you, Gmail. End of the year's consistent saving. But that's good, man. If you can save anyone from suicide, that's a real success. So good man. Yeah, the start of the year is pretty good actually. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm here talking with you guys. I've watched some Cobra Kai. I spoke to my mum on the phone, which is always nice. I've ordered myself some Caribbean food. I'm waiting for it to come. So it's looking good. You got to count your blessings. By the way, thanks for the recommendation. One of you recommended me a good film, right? And I was putting it off for a while and I watched it and it was actually good. It's called Midnight Cowboy. It's quite an old film with John Voight. It's a little bit strange, but it is a good film. It's a classic film. I think it's is it the 70s, the early 70s, 69, and uh, I kind of watched it at the right time. So I appreciate the recommendation that one of you recommended me to watch the film. So I'm a big fan of films. I love films. I love boxing. There's many things that I like outside of what we talk about, personal improvement. Um, so that's what I'm kind of excited to start talking about on the channel. Yeah, yeah. I really want to build the momentum back on this channel because obviously I expect it. The views have quite dropped a lot, but I haven't. I've kind of been a bit inactive on the channel. I've been kind of chopping and changing. It's been a difficult year for me as well, as I've said, and with not working at the moment, that's been difficult financially. But it's been kind of good to have a rest, and I am looking forward. I can't say a date, but hopefully this year, in getting back to working again. Excuse me, working and running my business and doing the confidence coaching, which I really love and enjoy. But I'm very confident at the same time that things are going to work out. I'm kind of used to being able to survive on very little, and I'm also used to having a lot because, as I said, my life is kind of split into two parts. If you want to look at it from that point of view, one is growing up struggling, being poor, being very unsuccessful, but then also becoming very successful at a certain time in life, financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, relationships. So I suppose that gives me more substance, more experience to add, and maybe to help other people, and also help me as well. So yeah, just sharing my thoughts with everyone. It might help other people as well to share how they're feeling or what they're going through. So if anyone's not working at the moment, I totally relate because I'm not working. It's a bit difficult financially, but as long as you can eat and you can pay your bills and you've got a place to stay, you've got the basics, then sometimes you realize you don't really need much more than that. When I was making a lot of money, yes, it was nice and I wouldn't turn it down again, but I had more than I needed, really. I was eating more than I needed. I was wasting a lot of money on, you know, going out. It's not a waste, but going out, buying extra clothes, going to expensive places, at points spending it on drinking. But I suppose you got to live. I suppose I'm not going to have regrets. But I'm just making a point. I'm always thinking and learning, like a lot of you. So, but yeah, just hang in there because if you're unemployed, you can always get employed again. If you haven't got a relationship right now and you're single and you feel down or lonely or depressed, hang in there because you can turn it around and you will turn it around. You'll get a relationship again. Anything lost, well, most things, unfortunately, apart from human life, can be gained again. If you're broke, you can make money again. If you don't have a girlfriend or you're single, you've had a breakup, you can get a girlfriend. And I'm not speaking on bollocks or bullshit. I'm speaking from experience, from someone who's done this. Everything I say and I tell people is stuff that I've personally succeeded at in my own life. And I've also helped thousands of other people to do it in their lives. I've helped people to make more money. I've helped them to get married. I've helped them to start businesses. I've helped them to overcome anxiety, depression. So I guess what I'm trying to say and everything that I am saying is don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are in your life right now and what you have. You can always build on it. You really can. I know sometimes people struggle to believe that because fear does get the better of us a lot of times, self-doubt, and it's hard sometimes to see yourself being able to succeed in life when you're at a stage of your life where things are not going well. It can be hard, and that's why it's good to tune into live streams like this, where you can get some motivation and encouragement from someone who is generally sharing their experience with you, so you can get better experience in your life. Happy New Year! Happy New Year to you! Happy Go Lucky. That's a great name, Happy Go Lucky. I appreciate you, mate. Thank you. Nice to see you grow. That's nice. Awesome. Dave the Wolf, great. Broke up with my girlfriend today because all she wants to do is order food at mine, and I usually end up paying. Um, I understand that. I think she's using me. Um, Listen, man. At the end of the day, right, from what you said, it sounds like you made the right decision. Because if you feel like someone's using you and they're taking advantage, then you've got to value yourself and get out there. And I think you've done the right thing, right? I don't know exactly your relationship, the ins and outs, but I support you on your decision, and I hope it works out either way, whether you fix it with your girlfriend or you go your separate ways, you learn from it, and you meet someone that is the right person for you. So I've been there, I've done it, I've felt the same way you have, Dave. I've made the same decision, and it's been the right decision. And sometimes it's you make the wrong. It's life. We make mistakes as well. No one's perfect. I'm not. But as long as you can learn from it, then good for you. But it sounds like, in what you've said, in the sense I get, I could be wrong. It sounds like this is something that you've wanted to do for a while, and now you've done it. It probably makes you feel good, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. At the end of the day, if you feel that someone's taking advantage of you, and you're always paying for them, then sometimes you just got to say, look, I'm not doing this no more. You can't have people. Um, Taking advantage of you, whether it's financially or in any kind of way. And unfortunately, we live in a world where people do that. I've had people do that to me. I've had women do that to me, and I've had to do what you've done and say, look, I can tell, Davey, you're a generous guy. I'm generous, but there is a line. It's give and take. That's how my mum and dad brought me up. I think if you're in a relationship, there's nothing wrong with the man paying for a woman. I think that's being a gentleman, but I don't think you should pay all the time. I think a woman should put her hand in her pocket as well, and she should get you a meal. And I think any relationship should be like that. Even in male relationships with friends, it's not right if your friend's taking you out and he's always paying for everything. In most cases, it should be give and take. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Listen, man, I love I love being generous when I'm dating a woman. I do the same as you. I look after her, bring her to my place for dating. I buy her a meal, I cook her a meal, I pay for it, I take her out. I'll do it several times, but I won't do it all the time. And if I find that she's using me, then I just cut her out of my life. That's it. Very strict on that. Good to see you, Corey. Happy New Year. It's a real pleasure to be on this live stream today. And I thought, what a great way to start the new year and just jump straight into doing a live stream. It's so easy to say, oh, I'll do the live stream tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'm like, no, no, no. Let's get straight into it. And I think I found my voice now. So yeah, I just want to remind everyone, the reason why I'm doing this live stream is, first of all, to wish everyone a happy new year. I pray to God that all of us have a blessed new year, because we've all had a tough year, right? Some of us more than others, but it's been challenging on many different levels because of the COVID-19, the restrictions, the lockdown, the constant negative media, the press, the fear, the anxiety, the uncertainty with everything financially, mentally, emotionally, relationships. There's a lot of people, young men and women, living on their own with mental health issues, that are depressed, that don't have any support. I really feel for them. My heart goes out to them. I really wish that the government or the powers that be could offer a lot more support. I know there's people out there that do give a lot of help and support, but as someone who also suffers with depression and anxiety from time to time, and mental illness, I know what it's like, because I suffer as well. I just try and use my suffering to be happy in life. I try and fight it. I fight it every day, actually. I don't try. That's actually, let me rephrase that, reiterate that. I fight it every day, and some days I win, and some days you lose. It gets the better of you, and you don't want to get out of bed. You don't feel like facing the world. You don't feel like you kind of feel intimidated by everything. But then you just have to find the strength and the courage to push through it. Oh, great! My meal is going to be arriving a bit later, so we can keep this going. Yeah, I understand that. I think a lot of us miss it, Andy. A lot of us do. Hang in there. and you will be able to, speak to women, approach women, get a relationship. Because men and women both need each other, and they must be really missing each other right now. So hang in there. Don't don't allow your mind to get you down and make you feel that you're a failure, because you're not. None of us are failures. Or it's not our fault that there's a pandemic, but we can support each other, help each other, and hopefully be a lot more kinder to each other and give each other that support, and that will help everyone to get to where they want to get to, and to be happy in life. What do you think about online dating during this time? I don't think too much of it, if I'm being honest. I'm not going to really get into it. I'm not really against it. I'm not that excited about it. If it can work for anyone, please God, I'll be happy for anyone who can find love and success online. Personally, for me, I don't do it. I don't feel passionate or inspired to date in that way. And that's kind of my thoughts on it. There was a time I was thinking about it, and that was about 7 months ago. I made some videos, but it's not really in the forefront of my mind at the moment. I've got like other things on my mind, but I am going to do. There's going to be a lot of dating advice, so hang in there, guys. Make sure you stay on the channel and subscribe if you enjoy the videos that I make. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on dating and relationships as well, because I've got a lot of advice. No, I've got a lot of advice. I've got a lot of experience. Yeah, I've got a lot of advice as well, Freudian slip, I can share with people. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I can agree on that. What's the point of doing online dating if you can't meet the person in person? I mean, some could argue there's still a point in it, because if you can't meet a woman in person right now because of the rules, right? And the rules are different for different countries, different states. I suppose you could still argue you can still build a relationship, and then when the rules do change, if you have got a connection with that person online, the same way we're connecting online now. This is not online dating, but we're still talking online, and you can meet in person. But I see where you're coming from, Davey. My thinking's more in line with what you're thinking, but at the same time, if I had to be, going at it more as positive as you can be, but I personally don't do it, right? So I can't really speak about online dating, because it's not something that I do. I can only give you my opinion on it. But what I can speak on is, dating through the old school way, which is in person, which is my favorite preferred method, which I've had a lot of success in. I know a lot of you had. So um, probably not. I'd probably say it's probably not wise to approach women when there's a pandemic, unless you've got great social skills, and I'm not saying you haven't, by the way. And you can't paint every picture with the same brush, so situations are different. But if I had a gun to my head and I had to answer the question, which I'm trying to be honest as I can, I'd probably say it's not a good idea to go out approaching women when there's a pandemic going on. But again, take you're your own man. You guys are your own people. Take your own advice. So you might not agree with me on that. That's fine. Um, okay. So, okay, my food's coming in 11 minutes. 11 minutes, the food's coming. So I can talk to you guys for another 10. Oh, this is annoying, isn't it? Just as I'm about to go, the stream starts getting packed. Guys, give it a like if you're enjoying this stream. There's going to be many more. I'm enjoying talking with you. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, guys got to stop worrying so much. There's always going to be women in the earth that want to meet men, and men want to meet women. You can still speak to people. Thanks, Bobby. I appreciate that. I will enjoy the meal. And this talking is going to work up my appetite. It's just really, at the moment, what we all have to learn, and we've got no choice, is patience. Patience is probably the hardest characteristic or virtue for men and women. Patience is something that you've got no choice sometimes. It's not nice, because the culture that we live in today, and even my generation, we want things quick. You know, no, I didn't order curry goat. I'll have to try curry goat. I've tried curry goat years ago. I ordered jerk chicken. jerk chicken, rice and peas, and plantain. I absolutely love Caribbean food, by the way. If any of you want to know what my favorite food is, it's definitely number one is jerk chicken and rice. I'm a real food lover, and then it's probably Chinese. I kind of love. I like some Indian food. I love food. Yeah. Wow, we got 19 on. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. As my American friends will say, brothers and sisters, smash that like button. Don't smash your laptop. Don't smash the computer. Smash the like. I had curry goat years ago. Curry goat was awesome. I don't know why I'm reluctant to get it. I think because I love chicken so much. You know what I've learned today, even on the live stream, patience. I've learned to be patient because the way that this live stream works, the kind of pattern, the rhythm, you have to be a bit patient for people to come on the stream, to write their comments, their feelings. People have to obviously listen to what I'm saying, take it in, think about it, reflect. And that's probably why with this format that we've got here, it's better that I do these streams for an hour or an hour and a half when I've got the time I can do it, because it takes 20 minutes, half an hour for me to warm up, for other people to warm up, come on the stream. That's something that I've learned today. Well, I pray, man. I hope that Boris is right, because you can't be sure about anything at the moment, which is a skill in itself. There's so many dates being thrown around. Oh, Just Eats. You know your stuff. Davey's on point. Davey's definitely been ordering. Oh, a second. We have to run down. Yeah, Just Eats. I never would have done this. This is really like not in my personality. I was always someone who likes going and getting the food in person, but obviously with the situation, you can't do it with what's going on now. So thank God there is this Uber thing, or Uber Eats. I've got my raspberries here as well, man. I love these. I'm just seeing the time. So when he calls, what I'll go down and get. What are we now? 8:03. Okay, another 5 minutes. So yeah, a lot to speak on. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing my live streams like back in the day where I was doing them for. I don't even mind doing it for 2 hours, 3 hours when I've got the time, because it's worth it. I like speaking to you guys. Um, yeah, they're throwing out all these dates. May you just can't be sure, because they did that last year, and they changed. I don't think they know what they're doing most of the time. I mean, so I want to be optimistic, but I'm not going to get my hopes up, because that's what's happened many times before. Um, yeah, the good thing about this time is I've had so much time to reflect. I've got so much. I'm sure, like everyone, I've got so much things to say and speak on and experience because of so much time. You know, in kind of in solitary confinement. Let me just get my trainers on and get ready to go and get this food. Make sure you guys tune in to the regular streams. I'll start letting you know before the time when I'm going to do the live streams. I usually like doing them on the weekend, on a Saturday. We get more people on. So yeah, I'm going to start doing these very regularly. Yeah, at the moment I don't even have a website. It's kind of been refreshing. I deleted my old site. I took a lot of videos down, a lot of changes. I think everyone's going through that in life. So looking forward to rebuilding my life and hopefully helping a lot more people to also rebuild theirs like I've done before. But yeah, man, just try and stay positive, guys, and grateful for what you've got at the moment, and just take one day at a time. That's what I'm doing, and then we can build from there, and just hopefully this thing's gonna, what you can kind of take into consideration. The positive is that everyone's going through this at the moment, so it's not like it's personal with one person, right? Who should be coming? 7 minutes. I'm gonna watch the rest of Cobra Kai today, season 3. All right, guys, listen, man. I'm gonna get off, get my food. Is he changing time here? Oh, he keeps changing the time. Now he's saying 11 minutes. That's all right. He must be busy. Yeah, Cobra Kai. Who's seen it? Who watches it? If you've watched the Karate Kid growing up and you like that, you'd probably like Cobra Kai. But if you didn't grow up in my generation, then you're probably not going to relate to it. Actually, then maybe that's not true. But I think people that love the Karate Kid one, they've got that nostalgia, and that's where the attraction is for watching Cobra Kai. That's why I like it. I'm looking forward to watching the boxing tomorrow as well. Luke Campbell, Ryan Garcia. Yeah, probably going to start doing these live streams on a Saturday, guys, because when I used to do them on a Saturday, we get a lot of people on, and I can plan a little bit more of the topics I'm going to talk about and catch up with everyone. Yeah, it's addictive, man. Once you start watching these episodes, the time just goes quick, and then it's like you watch another one, you watch another one. It's a very different format to watching a film. Like most people would watch one film, and then that's probably it, or maybe two. But when you're watching the series on Netflix, the format, each one is half an hour or 40 minutes. It's just so addictive to go. Okay, I'll watch one more. Okay, just one more, and then before you know it, you've watched like you've watched hours. I'm going to speak on that as well. I mean, I do have mixed feelings on watching too much Netflix. I don't think it's great. It's a difficult one in moderation, but there's not much choice at the moment. With this lockdown, there's only so many things you can do. Even once you're doing positive things, I'm not saying do negative things, but what I mean is, you do what you can do. You're working out, or you clean, you get up. For those of you that work and you go to work, and then this all this time you kind of forced to like watch Netflix or YouTube. Sorry, I'm looking around. I'm just checking my phone because the drive is getting closer. 6 minutes to go. You can taste the food before it arrives. You can. I go into this mode, man. I love food. Like when the food's coming, I just kind of like I just trip out, and I can't. I'm obsessed with that. Probably my face changes. I look all desperate. I'm just thinking about food, thinking about it. I'm thinking like, don't want no one to steal my food. It's probably a tribal thing. When we were cavemen, we didn't want the next man to steal our food. What's the time now? 6 minutes. My nan used to make me laugh, and I used to eat my food with my nan. She used to say to me, "No one's going to steal your food, relax." And I used to be like hovering around my plate. She used to make me laugh, and she should go, "The way you're eating that food, slow down, relax. No one's going to nick your food." Happy New Year, Sandy. Good to see you, brother. 17 people are on the stream, 18 people on the stream, only 10 likes. That's not bad. That means 10 people love me and the other people haven't made up their mind yet. Hey man, if you've got anything negative to say about me, it's great. I never go online and troll people or anything like that. I don't go that low. Well, my thoughts on that are nothing really. I mean, you said what you said, Romeo. That's your experience. That's your realization. I can't really say anything on that because that's your life, that's your decision. It's this the kind of it doesn't require me to answer that. I understand what you're saying, and again, it's there's no really right or wrong in that. It's I suppose it all comes down to our perception of how we use time. Some people think it's a waste of time me doing videos and doing live streams, but that's their opinion. For me, it's not a waste of time. It's something that I love to do. People that come on the chat appreciate it. They get a lot out of it. So everyone's got their own opinion on what is a waste of time, what isn't a waste of time. But I see what you're saying. I have that realization sometimes as well. But when you look back, yeah, sometimes we say, I do it as well. We say, oh, I wasted my time, my youth. I watched too many films. But watching films can be awesome, though. So it's wow, we've got 20 people, and make sure you hit that like, guys. Every time you hit that like, you get more attractive, and so do I. I don't know how I come up with these little lines. Once they get warmed up, everyone's got it in them. Once I get that shy guy, I get him out of me. There's all this, what do you call it? This charm. Happy New Year, Grant. Pleasure. What's your view on Christianity and the lack of it in this country? I found that the faith. That's another question. I feel probably the same way that you do, Grant. I don't have to answer that straight away now. It's probably not the right time. I've got my food coming. I've been really thinking the same for a long time, and I will speak on that in more detail. But I can sense what you're saying and feeling, and I agree with you. Happy New Year, my friend. Um, I do agree with you on that. I really do. I was actually talking to my brother about that yesterday and the day before. So yeah, totally with you on that. And look, like I said, I'm not claiming to be a perfect Christian. I'm not, but I am a good person. I come from a good family, and I try and treat people well. So when you see some of the things that are going on around the world and the way that people act and treat others is shocking. 4 minutes, my food's coming. Okay, guys, you know what? Hang on a sec, right? Let's keep it's hard to leave when there's some people can't. Yeah. Good to see you, Alistair Cookwood. I really appreciate your comments. I read them, all of them, and I hope you're doing great. I really appreciate all of you guys, man. I really mean. I appreciate the critics as well. I've got to be honest. I really do appreciate the people that criticize me, and because honestly, it's hard to explain logically. If it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be for the. I wouldn't appreciate the good people. And look, at the end of the day, I'm not perfect. So if a critic says something, if it's not come from a nasty place and it's something that I can improve on in my life, then their advice might be life changing for me, and vice versa. And maybe I can inspire them to be better people. That's a good question. You're welcome, Alistair. Okay, guys, you know what? Right, I'm gonna come back in a second. I'm gonna run down and get my food and talk to you guys a bit more. Hold on. Where are we doing? He's coming in 4 minutes. I really appreciate that. I've always been like that, man. What you see is what you get. I've always been a real person from when I first started on YouTube back in 2012 up until now. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not claiming to be, but I am a good person. I've got a good heart. I'm a very brave person. I like helping people, and what you see is what you get. Yeah, I've got my scan down. Look, but that's a good point. I'm going to make a video on that. What is a waste of time in life? Because it's all based on personal perception. And we all do it. We're all judgmental to a certain point on what we think is a waste of time and what isn't. I appreciate you, Corey, man. Thanks for tuning in and all your support throughout the years on Facebook, on the streams. I really appreciate it. Hey, Rapid, good to see you, brother. Happy New Year to you. I tell you what, man. I wish you guys could join me for dinner, but I can't. I can't pass the food through the computer. Okay, he's 3 minutes. He's coming. I feel like I'm in a movie, man. I'm doing a live stream. I'm waiting for the food to come. Actually, let me get my keys. I'm gonna lock myself out. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Yeah, I've got a nice new orange chair. You guys probably see it in my new video. I love this new chair. I'm gonna put with this. So yeah, what are we doing now? Okay, 1 minute, guys. I want to just run downstairs. I'm coming back. All right.